Hi, this is Jacqueline with the GROW program. Thank you for tuning in. I want to get on a topic today. I had listened to the news and I heard a Caucasian lady say, she was a news lady, and she was wondering why in the news that African American women are twice as likely to die in childbirth as Caucasian women. And that question there got me to thinking about my own personal story. But I wondered that myself. Why are we twice as likely to die having given birth? Our bodies are designed the same as Caucasian women and any other race. We're all the same. So I don't understand, and no one has scientifically answered that question. But it did bring me back to a certain situation that happened to me and a few years back. Now, as a minister, you have to forgive, as I'm talking, and the spirits are revealing different things to me. I tend to get agitated. So I tend to kind of raise my voice a little bit. So I will try to remember to keep myself in check and not get my voice up too loud, because I'm not in front of a whole group of people. I'm talking on here and, so please, I'm trying to keep that in mind. And so please forgive me. Okay. My daughter's 16 years old. 16 years ago, we in the hospital on Labor Day. And I used to always joke, we labored on that day. She was born on Labor Day. And at the time, I just thought that I didn't know what really was going on, because I'm not a nurse. I'm just doing what they, going along with what they're saying that I need to go along with. And, we don't know. So I'm just watching the nurses and my labor's progressing fine. My water broke before I got to the hospital. This is my fifth birth. I never had a C-section. I had 4 other births. And so this one's progressing right along like the last 4. I never had any problems with childbirth, except it's painful. But besides that, I'm in the hospital. The labor done progressed. I know what's going on when the water break. He think that it's another false alarm. No, it's not another false alarm because the water broke. So we in the hospital, and then the labor's progressing. I'm about at a 5 or 6, and I began to ask for some pain medicine. I wanted an epidural, and she said, "No, we need to wait. We need to hold off because we don't want to mess nothing up." But in the meantime, she steady coming in there about every 20 minutes up in the Pitocin. But she don't want to give me no pain medicine. But, she steady up in the Pitocin, and the pain is increasing and it's getting worse. And pretty soon she done up the Pitocin so that it feel like somebody is slicing me open with a butcher knife. And I'm in excruciating pain. I'm screaming. I'm begging, and by this time, we at a 9. I still got a little way to go. And I'm begging and pleading. I'm in so much pain. She's steady coming in there, touching on the IV. And I believe she's steady increasing the Pitocin, steady giving me more, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to check my medical records because I saw her doing it. And I don't know why she did it to this day. Because like I said, she look at my medical records. She know I had 4 natural births before. Let this woman have this baby. Let this baby take its time. When it's time for the baby to come out, let the baby come out. Let nature take its course. You see, I hadn't had no problem before until you came along. Okay, so then next, I'm at a 9, and the pain is excruciating. They say a 0 to 10. I'm at 20. I'm in a lot of pain, and they never did give me the epidural. So I had to go through like that, until the end when the baby came out. And even when the baby came out, my uterus was still contracting because of all the Pitocin that she gave me. So I didn't even have really time to enjoy my baby. The baby daddy had to hold her, because I'm in so much pain. So I'm wondering, as I go back to get my medical records, I'm going to get them. It's been 16 years. I want to read for myself. I want to know why that nurse felt that she had to give me all that Pitocin. I don't know if that's got to do with anything why African American women are twice as likely to die in childbirth. But if it is, we got a problem, because I'm going to find out and I'm going to put them on blast right here on this podcast. And I encourage you, if you have any related stories like this, I don't care who you are, you need to contact the hospital that you had your baby at. You need to contact that hospital and go through your medical records. I'm not trying to sue nobody. That's not what this is about. This is about bringing awareness. I want to let them know, why did you feel the need to give me all that Pitocin? I don't know how much Pitocin my body had in me. I don't know whether I was on the verge of dying. I don't know if my heart was going to give out for all that Pitocin or what the woman was trying to do. But I'm going to get to the bottom of it. And if I find out that ain't nothing to it, I'm definitely going to get on here and tell you, well, I was wrong. Ain't nothing to it. But I think I'm kind of on the right path. I think, my spider senses are tingling. And I kind of know something going on, but I'm going to find out. I'm here to get to the bottom of everything. Any injustice that's going on in the African American community that got to deal with us, I'm going to find out. If we oppressing one another, you going to quit. If you oppressing somebody else, you gonna quit. Because why? Because you got to answer when you get to the spiritual realm. When you leave up out of here, you got to answer. You got to give an account, because you gonna be judged by your heart. You can believe it if you don't want to believe it. See, Donald Trump didn't believe it. A whole lot of people don't believe warnings. But I'm gonna tell you, you better heed this warning. Because have you ever heard of ghosts and demons and spirits and haunted houses? Well, I happen to live in one, and I've been dealing with demons in here now, but the demons gone. They ain't in here no more. This is just an old house now, because I done cleansed it with God, with the word of God, and preaching, because these demons in here knew about God, because they saw when I stepped in this house, this a godly woman, so we better watch out. So they gone. Okay, I want to talk about something else real quick. This is very sad to me. These two stories are very sad to me. I'm from St. Louis area. Okay, so I used to watch this man on TV, him and his brother at night. These people don't know I'm talking about them, but my heart is with them right now. I used to watch him tell the stories about St. Louis, how he grew up as a kid, and him and his brother reminiscing on childhood memories. And it was beautiful. And I enjoyed watching them. Even though it was middle of the night, I wake up out of my sleep and I lay there and look at them. Well, I woke up out of my sleep this morning with some news. He has committed suicide. He jumped out of an 11-story building. Why? Nobody knows. He gave up the battle. He gave up the fight. But that's why I'm here to tell you, don't give up the battle. Don't give up the fight. See, money ain't everything. Money don't solve problems. You think, well, I got money, I'm going to solve my problem. Look at Whitney Houston. Look at Robin Williams. Look at all them people. They had the money. But if your heart ain't right and your mind ain't right, then you're going to be lost. Just like that man was lost. He needed help. He could have used the GROW program. He could have used somebody talking to him and telling him, you got a purpose here. You're already helping people. You got a purpose here. It's a reason. He was a lawyer. It's a reason that he was here. But he gave up the battle. And I want to talk about this other young lady real quick. I don't know who this young lady is, but I heard it on the news. Her name is Marissa Politi. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but Politi. But she stopped. This is a medical worker. We already short of medical workers, but this is a medical worker who saw an accident on the highway and pulled over and got out of her car. As she got out of her car to go help, she a medical worker. She walking up to the car. Here come a semi truck that slammed into her and killed her. So on this day, I would ask if you would just in a moment of silence, just think on suicide. Meditate on suicide. Meditate on the people who trying to make a difference, who trying to help, and who in the process who lose their lives. We got legends. We got people who came forth and have lost their life in the battle of trying to do right, of trying to make a difference, of trying to help. It go all the way back to Abraham Lincoln, and it come all the way back forward to this young lady. So, we got to keep in mind and lift one another up. It don't matter what race you are. It don't matter who you are. We need to lift one another up because we are here together to lift one another up. We need to grow, people. Let's grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. I love you. God bless.